Hello, this is not the show. It will be later on, but I'm here to report some sad news as the world of wrestling has lost a legend in the California area and really an important part of the 70s in wrestling, the Golden Greek John Tolos. This article is courtesy of Figure4WrestlingOnline.com, F4WOnline.com. John Tolos, best known for being the heel counterpart of Fred Blassie in one of pro wrestling's all-time greatest feuds, passed away last night at the age of 78. The death was believed to have been from kidney failure. Tolos, one of the best promos in wrestling, was chosen by Blassie to be his opponent in a 1971 match at the LA Coliseum, which was one of the biggest events in wrestling of the time. In the angle, Tolos, the America's champion, was jealous that Blassie was awarded the Wrestler of the Year honors, and threw Monsel's powder from the bag of Dr. Bernard Schwartz, a boxing wrestling doctor, who used it to close cuts when he was doing boxing. They sold it was if Blassie's career was over due to blindness, an angle repeated with similar results years later by Michael Hayes and the Junkyard Dog, which still holds the record for attendance in New Orleans. Blassie actually was taking time off from knee surgery and to tour Japan, and came back for what is the most famous match in California for a generation of fans. Tolos had a long career spanning 3 decades, working regularly into his 50s. He was known in particular for his conditioning, as he was distance running and remained in great shape well into his 60s. He had slowed down in recent years from a near-fatal stroke. He held championships throughout North America, often with his brother Chris, although he achieved his greatest fame after the tag team broke up in the late 60s as a top star in Southern California, where he was the dominant main eventer from 1971 to 1975, both as a babyface and a heel. Excuse me. Now, Tolos had an unbelievable career, and he won many championships in his career. Let me tell you what the championships he's won. He was one half of Florida's World Tag Team Champions with his brother Chris, 3-time co-holder of Toronto's version of the International Tag Team titles, 1-time NWA United National Champion, 7 times co-holder of Vancouver's Canadian Tag Team Championship, twice with Tony Bourne, twice with Chris Tolos, and once with Black Terror, Dutch Savage, and Don Leo Jonathan. He was also Vancouver's version of the Pacific Coast Heavyweight Champion, and 3-time co-holder of Vancouver's World Tag Team Championship, 1 with Tony Bourne and 2 with his brother Chris. He was also Detroit's co-holder of the World Tag Team titles with his brother Chris. He was 9-time America's Heavyweight Champion, 5-time co-holder of the America's Tag Team title, 1 each with Greg Kojika, Louis Tillett, Rock Riddle, Chavo Guerrero Sr., and The Assassin. 3 times Beat the Champ television champion, 2 times LA's version of the Brass Knuckles champion, also the International Television Tag Team champion and co-holder with Gene Kiniski, 1-time Hawaii Heavyweight Champion, 1-time Hawaii's version of the North American Heavyweight Champion, 1-time co-holder of the Hawaii Tag Team titles with Steve Del Salvo, 1-time co-holder of San Francisco's version of the Pacific Coast Tag Team titles with his brother Chris, 1-time co-holder of the Western States Tag Team title with Mr. Saito, 1-time co-holder of the Texas Tag Team titles with Duke Kiyomuka, 1-time co-holder of Calgary's International Tag Team titles with his brother Chris, and a co-holder of the United States Tag Team title in the WWF with his brother Chris. Also, he is a member of the Professional Wrestling Hall of Fame, class of 2007, with his brother Chris. And a little known fact, he was the original coach, as he was the manager of Mr. Perfect and the Beverly Brothers back in 1991. I'm sorry to hear for John's family that they lost a talented man, a great champion, and no doubt is the wrestling world feeling it, but I think the fans in California are feeling this sad effect, the sad blow that one of the biggest stars in California, the Golden Greek John Tolos, has sadly passed away today.